Tragic lives and deaths, unforgettable icons, Marilyn, Bob, Eazy, Kurt, Selena, Aaliyah, Amy, David, Prince. Faces etched in our collective memory, icons of style, rebellion, and pure talent. This video is a tribute to these icons, a short remembrance of their extraordinary lives and the circumstances that marked their tragic ends. Stories that invite us to reflect on the price of fame, the fragility of life, and the importance of consciously facing our vulnerabilities. Marilyn, the fragile goddess, Norma Jean Mortensen. But the world knew her as Marilyn Monroe, a blonde goddess molded by Hollywood's desires. And she, with her disarming beauty, with that fragility exposed like an open secret, became an icon. But behind the captivating smile, behind the look that promised a world of forbidden pleasures, hid a woman constantly searching for herself. A woman battling her inner demons against the expectations of an industry that wanted her perfect, flawless, always smiling. Marilyn was a sensitive soul, a natural talent crushed by the weight of fame. And then that tragic August night in her Los Angeles home. Marilyn, the fragile goddess, was gone, leaving an irreplaceable void in the hearts of millions. Bob Marley, A Song of Redemption. From the slums of Trenchtown to Kingston, Jamaica, a powerful voice rose, a voice that sang of hope, of redemption, of universal love. Bob Marley, the prophet of reggae, the man whose music touched the hearts of people all over the world. His music was a hymn to freedom, a call for peaceful resistance, a message of unity and brotherhood. Bob Marley left us a precious legacy. His music, his message of love and hope, his fight for a more just world. Eazy-E, voice of a lost generation, Compton, California. In the 80s, from the tough and ruthless streets of this city, a new musical genre was born, gangster rap. And among its most authentic, raw, and real voices, Eazy-E stood out. With NWA, Eazy-E told the raw and violent reality of American ghettos, giving a voice to an angry generation forgotten by institutions, forced to survive in a hostile world. His rhymes, direct and unfiltered, shocked polite America, forcing it to confront an uncomfortable reality. And then the diagnosis, unexpected, brutal. AIDS. Eazy-E, with great courage, decided to make his condition public, to raise awareness about a disease still shrouded in prejudice and fear. Kurt Cobain, the rebel angel, blue eyes that seemed to hold a universe of pain, a raspy voice that sang of anger, frustration, alienation. Kurt Cobain, the leader of Nirvana, was the voice of a generation, the icon of a musical movement that shocked the world. Grunge. With his raw and visceral music, Kurt gave voice to the youth angst of the 90s, to existential boredom, to the sense of emptiness and loss of a generation adrift. But fame, global success, proved to be a double-edged sword. Kurt, a fragile and tormented soul, could not bear the weight of celebrity. Kurt Cobain was gone at just 27, leaving an irreplaceable void in music history. Selena, the queen crowned with thorns. Selena. Selena Quintanilla Perez, the queen of Tejano music, had a contagious smile, a powerful voice, and an energy that captivated audiences. Born in Texas to a family of Mexican descent, Selena embodied the American dream, the ability to break down cultural barriers, to unite people with the power of music. But her destiny was marked by a cruel twist of fate. At only 23, at the height of her success, she was murdered by the president of her fan club, in an act of madness that shocked the entire world. Her music, her story, her smile remain alive in the hearts of those who loved her. Aaliyah, an angel gone too soon. Aaliyah Horton. Aaliyah, with her smooth voice, her unique style, her magnetic beauty, had conquered the world of R&B, becoming an icon for her generation. Very young, she had already collaborated with the greatest music producers, climbed the charts with her hits, and enchanted audiences with her stage presence. But fate sometimes is cruel. On August 25, 2001, Aaliyah died in a tragic plane crash in the Bahamas, returning from filming a music video. She was only 22 years old. Aaliyah left us a legacy of talent, beauty, and sweetness. Amy Winehouse. A soul on fire, Amy Winehouse. A raspy voice scratched by life that sang of love, pain, addiction with disarming sincerity. Pure talent, a true artist, a fragile and tormented soul. Amy had conquered the world with her music, an explosive mix of soul, jazz, and R&B. But behind the global success, behind the awards, behind the spotlight, hid a deep suffering. Amy struggled against her inner demons, against addiction, against media pressure. David Bowie, the man of the stars, David Bowie. A name that evokes an era of experimentation, transformation, creative freedom. A chameleon-like artist, a style icon, a genius who revolutionized the world of music. For over 40 years, David Bowie challenged conventions, broke down the walls of conformity, continuously reinvented himself, giving the world a gallery of unforgettable characters. His music was a kaleidoscope of genres, an explosive mix of rock, pop, glam, electronic. David Bowie was a complete artist, a tireless innovator, a trendsetter. Prince, the genius of Minneapolis. Prince Rogers Nelson. A name that evokes magic, pure talent, a unique fusion of musical genres. Prince, the genius of Minneapolis, was one of the most influential and innovative artists of recent decades. Singer, musician, composer, producer, dancer, actor. Prince was an all-around artist, capable of mastering any musical genre with ease and skill. Funk, rock, pop, R&B, jazz. His music was a melting pot of different sounds, an explosive mix of energy and sensuality. His live performances were legendary, a concentration of energy, passion, and musical virtuosity. Remembering the fallen stars, the lives of these artists, even in their uniqueness, remind us of the fragility of existence and the complex challenges that often lie behind the facade of celebrity. Marilyn, Bob, Eazy, Kurt, Selena, Aaliyah, Amy, David, Prince. Their untimely deaths left an irreplaceable void, but their art continues to live, to inspire and to move us. A reminder not to forget the humanity behind the icon and to reflect on the importance of real support for those who live under the weight of the spotlight.